Do not attempt to adjust your programming. You are now listening to B-Movies and Beyond.
You have a mullet in the back. Curl flipping going on.
Nice. I like
it. Yeah. Pew, 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 pew. John Hanson's bar. You got a bar?
Yeah.
Looks like you won some awards too.
I have. This is the best podcast in the universe.
Oh, I need one.
Yeah, you do. I don't know why they only gave it to me. But welcome in to episode 341 of B Movies and Beyond. We're back from a quick little hiatus.
I had to go through surgery, bro. It was a hiatus.
I call that a hiatus.
I just had a little life lesson given to me. Don't pick up heavy things beyond your capabilities.
Dude, that's literally my job that I tell everyone all the time. It's how to properly lift, do team lifts, communicate while you're lifting with a team lift.
Okay.
And do it properly, which you didn't listen.
Where were you? Where were you when I was lifting that Red Bull machine with someone else?
Yeah, I probably would have said, you probably need another person. Or is there a mechanical lifting device? Safety first, Ryan. And now look at you.
And now look at me, everyone. There it is.
Go to our YouTube page at B Movies Beyond. You can see what Ryan's doing right now. See how he's recovering.
You can see the stink in my hand.
I can see the stink from here through the camera.
Let me just say, I've been in a cast. 1, 2, 3, 4 in a sling. This is the worst cast I've ever been in.
It's less freedom or what?
Yeah, because my foot was just my ankle.
Yeah.
And so I could use my knee, I could do everything else, I can walk, blah, 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 just no pressure. I had other capabilities. It was uncomfortable. Then my wrist was just my wrist, it was just right here. So, but this is from here to here.
Yeah, your whole elbow's
to here.
Isolated and wrist. Why is your wrist isolated?
Because that's the whole point of fixing this. Not just so I don't have a little boob bicep, but because when they reattached it here, you should see the surgery for it. It's freaking cool. But
I think I've heard, don't they have to drill a little hole through your bone, right? And they attach your tendon there?
Yep, that's exactly what they did. So they cut me open on my forearm and they dug all the way up into my bicep, about 8 to 9 centimeters up, fished it all the way out, and then they held it off to the side, and with fiber wire or something, they made a little point, and then they drilled a hole in my forearm, and then they fished it through, put a button on there, and then put a screw through my bone, and it's supposed to heal over that.
I think it sounds like they made you better.
They did, yeah. My surgeon was like, "You're gonna be 100%, but you might be 120%."
Oh man!
And I was I think I was on the drugs by then, and I said, "Well, cool. So when do I get my claws?" And we could put them in there. And I was like, "Cool, yeah, go ahead and put those." So that's the other part is there's adamantium claws in here.
Adamantium? I didn't know we had that.
Yeah, no, I didn't either. But
doctor hooked you up.
He hooked me up. It was weird. He was blue and had too much fur on his face, but yeah, he was cool. He did that one, and they said they're gonna do this arm later on. But so I'm just gonna have one claw. Yeah. Okay. And that's why they need to keep my wrist still, because I can't have them come out yet.
I see.
Yeah, if they come out, then it breaks through the cast and breaks through my skin and my healing capabilities. And I did learn I am very much a Wolverine. Because I heal really quick. Like I'm already healed, but I have to be in this thing.
From the guy that's been in all these casts, like I heal really fast.
I do. Broke my ankle off and I was walking 4 months later. It was supposed to be like a half a year.
Well, that is impressive.
Yeah, so I can break things and heal quickly. That's how you test it.
Breaking things. Well, Ryan, I'm glad you're healing up. I mean, well, actually, you're healed. You're just in a cast for whatever reason.
Comes off Thursday. Comes off not tomorrow, but next Thursday.
Oh wow, that's not very long.
That's cool. See, that's what I'm saying. It's not that bad. I mean, overall, this has been the easiest one to deal with. It's just the lamest one to put on.
Yeah, well, that's what you get when you tear your bicep. So don't do that. Don't lift heavy shit. But now I guess you can lift 20% more than what you used to. So when you're healed, finally.
Yeah, and so now I can claw the trees I could get my revenge on the trees.
Yeah, get those trees. But it's good. We missed a lot while we were gone, man. I was excited for last weekend. Unfortunately, couldn't get to happen.
Yeah, you were pissed at me. I could tell.
Yeah, dude, I was so mad. But when you have surgery, I can't be too mad.
You even made time like random on a Friday, and I was like, "That's weird."
Well, that's
and then
weird. Not really snowstorm in Colorado.
That's true.
Do you feel like as a Coloradan, like we are kind of getting a little bit more
pussified?
Yeah, pussified in the winter in the snow.
Yeah. I've been here 30 plus years and we've had the lightest winters of anybody. Wait, we shouldn't tell people that because they'll move here. Man, the winters are so bad here.
They are so frigid.
Yeah, it's so cold. They last forever. Literally it snows from September till July.
Yeah, it's
don't move here.
Yeah. Things that we missed besides the snowstorm. Well, I guess we caught up on that, but other things to catch up on. Oscars happen.
Oscar was good.
Oscar was good.
What was your favorite part of the Oscar?
Oscar, Sylvester Stallone. That's the only Oscar I know. Do you know the movie Oscar?
You outwitted me on that one.
Yeah. The Oscars, though, plural. Oh. I didn't watch a single minute of it until after the fact, which I had to watch Ryan Gosling perform. I Am Ken. Is that what it's called? Yeah.
I Am.
Ken I Am? Sure.
Or He Is Ken.
Yeah, it was fun though. I like that. And I've seen some of the little skits that they did, but overall did not watch it because dude, this is the year that I did not see anything besides Barbie, and Barbie really did not win shit.
Barbie didn't deserve shit.
Yeah, but Oppenheimer kind of best picture and pretty much won everything else. But your movie got in there. They got one.
The Boy and the Heron, got best animated feature.
Oh, that was the one you were rooting for?
No, Godzilla.
Yeah, Godzilla -1 got their visual effects, which I mean, from the trailer alone, I felt like that was well deserved. So good on them.
Speaking of Japanese winning, The Boy and the Heron did win best animated picture. Did beat out Into the Spider-Verse. Dude, if you watch that movie, it's a really good movie, and it has a star-studded cast as well. I think I did review that movie. But what I like about the Japanese is they actually took pride in winning those awards. So they have those awards displayed in public places for the Japanese public to worship. Meanwhile, Chris Nolan, and now I just realized that Cillian Murphy's name is pronounced Killian Murphy. They probably just put him in a box in the corner in their garage, and they're like, "Yeah, I'll unload him one day." Yeah, because you got so many.
I've heard the people I love, they say they put in their bathrooms, which I hope is true. I feel like that's a great spot to have them.
You put them in your bathroom?
Yeah, I would.
You did?
I did. Yeah.
I remember taking plenty of poops in your bathroom, and I was enjoying the Oscar.
dude, it's the perfect place to display your valuables. Like
That is, you know what, Peter? I remember you telling me why you did that, and it is such a great story. So now my next valuables are all going to my guest bathroom on the main floor.
There you go, man. Dude, everyone gets to see it, and it's something to talk about. So it's awesome.
Hey, well, I was taking a shit in there and realized that you had 13 Grammys.
Yeah. And sometimes people add things to it. That was a weird thing, dude. Like, I would always be like peeing and be looking at all my little knickknacks and like, what the hell's this thing? Like, things would just show up. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
I think I was part of that too. I remember just putting random shit in your bathroom.
Yeah, it's fun.
Not shit, but like collectibles.
Maybe both.
Sometimes.
Let's move on. Let's get into the question.
What? How? Why? I have so many questions!
Peter,
Man,
I just...
Yeah.
I like how you and I just...
Yeah, dude, we're excited, man. We're excited. We're talking over one another.
I just watched a gentleman jump off the side of a ring and stomp some dude upside down in a pile driver right on his asshole and hit him to the ground.
That's the way to do it.
And now he's bleeding out of the mouth for some reason.
Well, when you hit him hard enough in the asshole, that's what happens. Blood comes out the mouth.
Yep, you're right.
Oh man. Well, thank you for sharing that. These action like directors or writers, whoever's like choreographers.
Yeah.
Stunt
coordinator?
Yeah, all those people, like, man, I hope they're watching wrestling and just taking notes, because what you just described is badass. Literally.
Peter, you got a question.
I do, and it's also news. I mean, I guess first off, it's that Neve Campbell, or Neve, however you want to pronounce it, is returning to the Scream franchise for Scream 7. Which, I mean, there's just so much to unpack with this, because of the fact that they had the whole falling out, like their main lead that they had that was basically replacing Neve Campbell, right? They were moving on. She wasn't supposed to be in Scream 7, and they're, the new Scream Queen was supposed to be there, our final girl.
What was her name? Jenna? Was it Jenna Ortega?
Well, no. So she quit because of the falling out, because of oh man, I gotta look up her name. I think it's Melissa Barrera.
McCarthy?
Yeah. No. Melissa Barrera. She.
Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce last names. She plays Samantha, right? She was the new girl, right? She was the new one. She was taken over. Like, she was I guess I don't want to say it because there'll be a spoiler, but she was the new main girl. She had the new, I guess, kind of reboot sequel of Scream, and then was in Scream 6, right? And then she was going to be in Scream 7, but then because of some of her comments that were made, she was fired. So, and then from that, Jenna Ortega left, I think, because of the whole, like, what the hell? Like, what is this free speech? And so she's gone too. So they lost, like, basically their two people, because they were sisters in the movie. They lost their main people in this, and now you get the news that Neve Campbell's coming back. Because what else can they do? They got to go in a whole nother direction. You pretty much got to reboot the whole series again with Scream 7. And so I don't know what they're gonna do, but so that was their solution, was bring back Neve.
Bro, Jenna Ortega left. She reportedly exited Scream franchise due to scheduling conflicts with Wednesday's second season, and she left after an unsuccessful request for 7-figure pay. Ooh.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know if that was. But it literally happened right after the firing.
Yeah, from Melissa Barrera.
Yeah.
Okay. I was reading that on the webs as you were explaining it as well, because I was like, this doesn't make any sense. How are they going to carry on? So,
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what they
neat.
fully like redo the whole script, right? You got to refigure it out. Like Nev Campbell wasn't supposed to be in it.
So you know what they did, dude? They said, "Shit, let's go to Chat GTP and let's type in the plot for Scream 7 minus these the actresses from Scream 6 and include a surprise guest." And Chat GTP was like, "Why not call Nev Campbell? She's not doing anything."
Surprise!
Surprise! There we go.
Oh man.
Speaking of, we'll talk about that later. But
So
okay, you got a question?
I mean, that's just all craziness. I think it's just silly. You know, I feel like this can be very similar with the Scream franchises, that it'll probably start taking a dive again because of this. But you know, we'll see. But it goes on. But my question is, from that, because she is one of the classic, I would say Scream queens, but do you have a favorite Scream queen? And not meaning not just from the Scream movies, but from slasher movies.
Do I have a favorite?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 2. But
Okay.
I'll give you a reason why. Ready? Okay.
All right.
I like Lauren Lavera. She's from Terrifier 2. And the reason is she was the first one where I actually heard the term Scream Queen or Final Girl. So I just associate it with her now. Now I
That was the
understand.
first time you've heard this term?
First time I've ever heard the term Scream Queen. And then, like, I read articles that Jamie Lee Curtis was on there and, like, or the first one or, like, Carrie and stuff like that, and I was like, "Oh, shit, yeah." I didn't know that was Terrifier too. But, that's my favorite. Who's your favorite?
Oh, dude. You know, yes, Jamie Lee Curtis, like, she was, like, the original, like, with Halloween, you know? But I have my new favorite. And this, there is a little, I guess, more news, kind of a rumor maybe. But Samara Weaving now, which I don't.
She's good. She's good.
Yeah, she is really good, and I don't. So she was kind of the bad guy. Like, she was in The Babysitter. That's where I kind of first saw her, but she was in Ready or Not, and she was the Scream girl. Or Scream Queen. She was the final girl in that, kind of like, but another twist. But she was just badass. And I just saw a recent thing where she was. Oh, and then she's in that new movie with the vampire girl, which I want to see, but you were not thrilled about.
The tap dancing vampire.
Yeah, that's instead of sparkling, they tap dance now.
Yeah. See, I do like Samara Weaving, and I like that she's related to Hugo Weaving.
Yeah, but she's good. She's good. So that's my pick. But she also just put out a rumor or said that, you know, what I would like to do is I want to fight Freddy. How badass would that be?
All right. We need some new Freddy in our life because the last reboot was kind of shitty.
Yeah, her putting that out there in the universe, I'm pretty stoked about that, and I hope it happens. So,
but do you know who the best one is?
Who's that?
It's Anna Faris.
For scary movies.
Yeah.
She is good. She is good.
Anna Faris is the best Scream Queen, final girl. She's dealt with all the movie tropes in her own movie. So she is the best one.
Got a good point there. You got a good point.
I had to say
so I don't know. There's so many, but that was the first one that popped in my head. So
how come we don't have a Scream King? I guess it's not really scary for a guy to be running away from another guy in a mask. Huh?
I guess not. But, you know, I don't know.
It's 2024. We need to be ready for that. Maybe that's our movie.
They need to be more woke. You know, but I do like that. You know what? Okay, I got one. Actually, I have one. I
Okay.
have one for you.
Fair enough.
I don't remember the guy, but I guess the remake of The Hills Have Eyes, the nerdy guy, he is the final guy. He is the one that you did not expect, but he's the one that survives. He's your Scream King for me, anyways.
Pyro and X-Men 2, X-Men Last Standing, Deadpool and Wolverine, Aaron Stanford.
Is that the guy?
That's him.
Oh, well, dude, that was one of my
And he won the bloodiest beatdown from Fangoria's Chainsaw Award. So,
oh, dude, he gets messed up in that movie, and that's why it was one of those things. I'm like, holy shit, and yet he makes it, and that's why I'm like, wow, he takes the cake for me. So I don't know if he screamed at all, but he wins. So
if you do a quick Google on Scream King, actually, it's a thing. The first name that pops up, and his Aaron's role reminded me tremendously of Bruce Campbell in it as Ash Williams. So, would you say Bruce Campbell is the Scream King?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I guess that works too. All right, well, that's cool. I don't know. Ryan, we gotta move on though. We got tons more. We got a shit ton of trailers to get into.
Are you ready for it?
Dude, ready.
Here are some exciting coming attractions from
B-movies and beyond.
The funny thing they told me is I got to do this often.
Really?
With my phalanges.
Gotta keep them moving.
Yeah, phalanges. Phalanges are a funny word. Let's go through these trailers because there's some that I didn't really pay attention to and some that I extremely paid attention to.
Yeah, I there's a whole bunch, and
I watched them all.
Did you? That's good. Well, I'm just trying to think, the biggest ones, right? We got The Crow. That was the one I was not expecting, and that was
after we talked so much shit about the first image.
Yeah, and now we got a trailer to talk about. Other one I wasn't expecting was the Alien Romulus.
Ooh.
Yeah, that one just came out today.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a whole, dude, between those 2 weeks, man, there was a shit ton of new trailers.
Let's go through them.
Well, all right. I'm just saying, but there's a lot of ones that were just trailer 2 and stuff. I didn't even put it on here, like Godzilla X Kong. How are you even supposed to? Is it Godzilla by Kong? Is it really Godzilla X Kong, the new empire?
It's Godzilla, and Kong's gonna ruin Godzilla's legacy, bro.
I just love there's a part where Kong jumps on Godzilla's side to ride on him.
It's like that X-Men 97 trailer where we were talking about Gambit jumping on Wolverine.
It's exactly like that.
Is that the team up move? One of the side character needs to jump on the main character's back and power up?
I guess that's the new thing. So so there's a whole bunch of those new trailers or final trailers. Nothing to talk about. I want to get into new shit.
Arcadian.
Nicolas Cage.
I like it. It's like A Quiet Place, but they're like, fuck this.
Yeah. It's a movie where they don't have to be quiet, but yes, it's A Quiet Place with Nicolas Cage. And he has his 2 sons that they're trying to survive.
Aren't we men?
Yeah. Oh man. I've been seeing a lot more of this whole Nicolas Cage that he's just done. He's gonna retire, and it makes me so sad.
He'll never retire, dude.
I don't know, man. He says he's done everything he can do, except for I don't think he's been in space.
He hasn't been in space yet.
Maybe that's one of his last few movies that he's gonna do. But Arcadian, I liked it. You get a good feel, of that feels exactly like A Quiet Place. And they didn't give away too much. All you know is there's tons of creatures and they're trying to get in, and that's about it. And
they didn't even show the creatures.
Exactly. And that was one of the good things, where I don't even know what they're dealing with. Like,
It
you
might be
have
a swarm
no
of
idea.
bees. It might be a bunch of possessed dildos. It could
Yeah.
be
Who
socks.
knows?
It could
could
be
be the animatronics from Willy's Wonderland.
yeah.
Who knows?
I'm excited because that dude, that was my entire like when I was watching A Quiet Place. I was like, I want them to just be like, fuck this and start killing everything. So now
Yeah.
we get it with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. So can't wait.
Let's get this one out of the way. Star Wars: The Acolyte. Okay,
You know,
like a samurai Jedi movie. Okay,
yeah, but it's like almost it's the beginning of the Sith, which I thought, hey, that's kind of cool
okay.
because we know how this is going to end. So it's kind of exciting to see the beginnings of that, and it's also set in the High Republic. So, I like that they're just telling so many stories where like this could be one and done, and it's fine. And I think that's the way it should go.
Beautiful. It could
Yeah,
be one and done. We don't need the Acolyte season 2 or anything, or we don't know. We could,
yeah,
and it
maybe
could
it's
be
really
the
good.
best series out there, and we might get a movie spinoff from it. So
Yeah,
I'm good with it.
me too. Coming
um,
in June, I believe, 2 episodes.
this one came out of nowhere. Alien Romulus. Like I thought this movie was in production hell forever. They had like 9,000 directors, and they didn't know where they were going with it. But apparently, it's been made,
Yeah,
and it
and
has a decent director.
this guy that did the 2013 Evil Dead and Don't Breathe. So pretty excited about that. Like I did feel like watching this, like it felt kind of scary and kind of going back to what I think we like what the original was kind of like. I felt like maybe not that. It still seemed kind of action packed, but at least the horror was there. Looked pretty cool and probably gonna be gory. So I'm excited about it. And yeah, the fact that like at first I thought it was a video game, to be honest, because I thought that the whole thing got canned, but it's here. So
Yeah.
it's cool.
It just makes me believe that Hollywood just has this database of movies that are done. They're like, oh yeah, we forgot about that. Let's release that one.
Dude, you might be right, man. It
Because
makes you wonder.
we're still waiting for a Toxic Avenger trailer.
Well, we had that. We're waiting for another one and also a release of it.
Yeah, see,
Release it already.
I'll bring this up in news, but we'll talk about first look. And we'll segue into that. The Crow finally got the trailer. Seriously, after some time after we saw the first image of Bill Skarsgård, we voiced our opinions about it. I wanted him to look like pro wrestler Sting, and he doesn't. But after the trailer, your thoughts, Peter?
Yeah, I liked it. I thought,
I loved it.
yeah, the action looks like it's there. The trauma is there. Like
The blood,
yeah, it's
the
just
violence.
yeah. Like so, I was a little too harsh on the first initial
So was I.
images.
We were wrong.
But it's funny though, dude, because all I see now is just people shitting on it, which is so weird because the episode with Aaron, like what was that 339? Like I was like, man, I hope they do this right. And he's like, well, why shouldn't they should take their own take on it? But I feel like I liked what I saw from this trailer. It felt like they're doing justice to, what the Crow is, and they're having their own spin on it, I guess. I don't know if they're what that is, but it just looks like it's going to be a decent movie. And like people are comparing it from the to the original, saying how like the story was just so great for the first one, and this one like doesn't have the story. I'm like, how can you fucking tell it's a trailer?
How can you tell? In number one, didn't the original movie stray away from the actual story of the Crow?
Like from the source material?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't know.
The Crow, basically, he's murdered after he finds his like girlfriend raped and beaten right in front of him, and then since he revives as a crow, he's like he can't die. So, and you see you see this in the trailer, and if you know the history and the lore of the crow, like, um, but I what I got from the trailer is I think they're pretty close to the source material, and I think they did a really good job paying homage to the first movie with showing those scenes that they did. And I
Yeah,
think yeah.
I agree. Dude, I went and rewatched. I looked up like the original trailers for The Crow, and it's exactly like the same beats. Basically, just showing like, oh, bad shit happens when something so bad happens to someone. Sometimes your spirit doesn't go, and you're restless, and then you come back as the crow. Like the crow brings your soul back, and you gotta avenge them.
Yeah.
Like, dude, they did all that, and then the rest of that original trailer is just like action scenes, or like at least action scenes for the 90s. And I think that's the thing that you got to remember is what the 90s were like, and how they did that. Like so I feel like this is what like the crow would be like, if they made that movie in this day and age. So
I'm here for it. I actually like it.
yeah,
Um,
I'm on board. I want to go see it.
and I like what they did with Bill Skarsgård, even being him prior to being the Crow, and dude, they even showed how he like transformed into the Crow. It's one of those trailers where usually we would say, "Oh, they showed us too much," but to be honest with you, this type of movie, this story that's being told, they show me enough that
Yeah.
they're doing justice to this movie.
Yeah,
So
you
I'm
already
in.
know what the crow is. You already know it. You know the basis. So like, it's fine that they're telling all this, and I think it's gonna.
And
We'll see, but it's gonna have issues because of the fact that already you're seeing the backlash. People don't want to see this. They're pissed off. You're trying to recreate this movie that was so great, and people are upset, and it's already gonna it has a upward battle, like that's for sure. And at least for me, I think everything they've done well, besides the first initial images, but like that trailer put my mind at ease, and now I'm excited to see this.
very well said, Peter. Out of the trailers, that's my favorite one so far until we get a Beetlejuice trailer.
Yep.
And with that being said, Peter, it's news. I just watched a girl slam a spike into another girl's head and then launch her into a table.
Awesome. Again, these action people need to be watching this.
Anyway, just a segue. How we talked about the crow, and how we talked about we saw a still image, and we're like, we passed all our judgment, whatever. Well, this week we saw the first look at Michael Keaton in his debut role. He's not a debut role.
Yeah.
He's fucking Beetlejuice. We got to see Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice. We see Jenna Ortega when she's not demanding more money, Winona Ryder, and more in new photos. So, Peter, what, 2 weeks? I think, and Jeremy and I were talking about this. When are we going to get a Beetlejuice trailer? I think we're going to be seeing it in the next couple weeks. And that's why I wanted to segue that way, because we're starting to see the images. It's starting to get a little bit hype. And then I think we're going to see a trailer very, very, very soon.
Yeah, because it's supposed to come out in September, I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you're right. The images.
You want to make a bet? I'm going to say over under. I'm going to say 3 weeks I'm going to go over on 3 weeks.
So you're saying in April we're going to see a trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right. Probably right. I personally think they should wait. I feel like do it closer, because we got blockbuster season coming up. It's just so much shit. Like, I just feel like they should kind of hold off for a little bit, but they always do. They're probably gonna do some teaser. They're gonna do the first trailer. Then they'll do a second trailer. Like just do one teaser, just closer to the release date. That's my thought. So, but that's not the way it's going anymore. So that's why I say you're probably right. We'll probably have it sometime in April, if not next week, just like what happened with The Crow.
Yeah, no joke. I like this one. The Never Ending Story reboot is in the works. In the works to you means they're starting development, they're filming, it's a series.
Yeah, I just saw that they're gonna do that. I like that it's gonna be a series. I think that's
I'm okay with that.
I'm
starting to get more out of series than I am movies anyways, so we'll talk about that.
Did it say who's making this and like where it's gonna go?
Never Ending Story, most expensive movie ever made outside the US or the Soviet Union. Jesus, really it was. Why the Soviet Union? Was it filmed there?
Yeah, I think they kind of made it.
It's a Tetris movie?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't really know, but like, yeah, I think
that you have two very good questions and I don't have the answer to it.
No, but the fact that it's gonna be a series, I think that's wise. The other one, speaking of series, and you let me know, I don't know if this is wise, to be honest, is that Halloween is going to get a TV show. They're going to get their own series. The Halloween franchise is going to get their own series, which I don't know if that works. Do you think that works?
No. It's the same story every single time. Like
I know.
He can't. And it's supposed to take place on one day, so you can't do like, oh yeah, this is a couple weeks before Halloween. Oh wait, this is a couple weeks after Halloween.
Oh, I mean, but they've done like
maybe
you could do. It's gonna be the 24 Halloween 24 series. There's gonna be 24 episodes. It's all gonna be throughout the Halloween.
I like that because remember that was my concept for Halloween in the first place. Just celebrate it like over the weekend or something.
Yeah.
Maybe they're listening to us.
Yeah, maybe it will work. I don't. I like that they're not letting it die, but at the same time, man, like I don't know. You gotta do horror type series in a certain way, like I feel like these series are so much they're driven in with they're more character driven, like they have different vibe. I can't think of a horror series that does that without the only like Stranger Things, I guess you could kind of say that where they got an overarching theme to it. But I don't know if I actually look at it as horror. I look at it as more like sci-fi. So
yeah. See, sci-fi does really well in series. Horror doesn't.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Like they had like those slasher series, and
they got to do them in like docu-series kind of things.
Yeah, they tried to do the I Know What You Did Last Summer as a series, and I got that got like canned after one season. Like I just think it's difficult to do, and that's why I don't know if this is gonna work. So, but Miramax got the rights to it. They're giving it a shot, so we'll see what happens.
Oh, Chucky is a horror series, but it's not even that scary. It's just more funny than anything.
Yeah, and I think that's the whole thing, right? Like that's like you have a straight up slasher. You have a guy that doesn't even talk. How are you gonna do a whole series on that, right? Like I don't know. Is it just gonna be constantly following people, and he's just gonna like be slowly chasing them around, and he just pops up at the end of each episode? Like, I just don't know how they're gonna do it.
They should, you know what? They should do it like as a Dateline series. Like, I feel like Danny would be able to put this together very well. Like, she can tell the story of like the case files, of like Michael Myers, and then they play a dramatization of what's going on, and every week until like you get a finale of like finally like they lead up to a movie. No, it could be done really well in a docuseries, honestly.
I think if they did like a mockumentary, sure.
And add like a little realism to it, I think that'd be kind of cool.
I'd watch it.
Yeah, I would too, because I'd be like, oh, I wonder what victim Michael Myers killed this week. And
Yeah.
they'd be like, yeah. It'd be like Detective Mark Ruffalo and Jake Gyllenhaal, like trying to find the Zodiac killer. Another Chat GTP plot written by on the internet.
Yeah. Dude, okay, so here's a couple things that I wasn't even aware of. Production has wrapped on the Smile sequel. Which we both saw Smile. We both liked that, and
yeah,
I can't even believe that they wrapped on that, and then the fact that it's actually supposed to be released like in October. So that's kind of crazy to hear that that's happening. And then the other one is that Venom 3 got the title. It's Venom: The Last Dance, and that's coming out this year too in October.
Dude, Venom is that movie series that just pops out randomly. They're like, oh yeah, Venom's got a title and it's gonna be out in like 4 months. You're like, what?
Like,
what happened?
Yeah, that's especially okay. Venom is probably the weirdest one. Like the Smile one, I'm like, okay, I see that they could probably do that pretty fast.
Right.
But Venom 3, dude, that's a lot of CGI. How do they get this done? I mean, they must be going overseas, right? It's probably the people that did Godzilla -1 that's doing it, you know?
Well,
They're probably the only ones that get it out that fast.
It's Sony. Sony's been able to pump out these movies. The problem is they're not good. Did you see that Madame Web is already on VOD?
Yeah, I did see that it's already out there because they're not trying to do what they did with Morbius. We're like, oh yeah, let's put it back into theaters. That didn't work.
Like, see, and they know Venom works, and Venom's that movie that you can have like your surprise Spider-Man appearance, and people are gonna go watch it for that. But I agree with you. Like, there's some movies that just randomly pop out, like Smile 2. When did Smile 1 come out?
Was that? I guess that was probably end of 2022. So I mean, they pretty much had like a year plus. So I guess that's enough time. Yeah, I guess Venom, that was they were filming before the strike, and then they resumed after it and just completed it early this year. So I didn't even know that was in production. That's just
Oh my god, Venom Let There Be Carnage came out in 2021. Where has the time gone, dude?
Dude, I have no idea. That's seriously, that's when that came out?
And was supposed to come out in 2020. Dude, they've been probably making Venom: The Last Dance since like 2022.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
They wrote the script in 2022, and mid 2023 filming began late June 2023. Wow, they can pump this out.
Well, we're going to be seeing a lot of images coming soon. That's for sure.
Do you know who the director of Last Dance is?
No. Wait.
Kelly Marcel, the director of 50 Shades of Grey. Apparently she did Venom 1. Oh no, she was screenplay.
Yeah, she has been writing them. So I mean, dude, if she's been like involved with all of them, like I think that's great.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me redact my statement here. This is her first directorial. This is her first movie as a director. Everything else, she's been a writer.
Yeah.
Saving Mr. Banks, 50 Shades of Grey, Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and Venom: The Last Dance. This is her first time directing this. Wow. Yeah. Dude, they're just passing this movie to anybody because the last time Andy Serkis was that was his first movie.
Yeah, I think that is like, dude, people are gonna go see it. Put anyone in the director's seat, it's gonna make money. You know, it's like I think they have like a well-oiled machine for this. They figured out the thing that makes Venom kind of tick, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And And it's like now they can just throw like any director in it. It's like, it's when they have like a series on TV, they have all these guest directors, but like they're not doing much because that whole crew knows exactly what needs to happen every single episode. Like they got it down to a T. I just think that's what's going on with Venom now.
Yeah, no joke.
And if she's been involved with it from day one, like she knows.
Yeah, she's probably been making Venom 3 since Venom 1.
Yeah.
She's probably been done a while. Now she just watches the directors. She's like, I can do this. We're good.
Yeah. We got some uncanceled news.
I love when things are uncanceled, like Crystalia.
Yeah. I just slowly start creeping back. Like it's
don't use creeping. That's a bad adjective for that.
I think it's somewhat accurate. But
yeah, me too, actually.
What is Patty Jenkins? Her Star Wars film, I guess, is Rogue Squadron is back in the works because Wonder Woman got canceled. Or Wonder Woman 3 is canceled. So I guess we got some cancellation news and an uncancellation news.
So the wrongs are being righted nowadays because nobody wanted to see a Wonder Woman 3. Nobody did. Yeah, and we want to see Rogue Squadron Star Wars movie.
Yeah, I feel like this is the right course correction where we didn't want another Wonder Woman. We want more Star Wars. So boom, it's happening. We got it.
Boom, happening. I lost my remote. Anyway, how did I lose my remote? I just collected all of them right next to me.
Maybe it's in your cast. I don't know.
Dude, that would be great if the Apple remote wasn't that touch sensitive.
That's great. And then last thing is DC is planning a live action Teen Titan movie.
They better not hire anybody from Nickelodeon.
Why is that? I don't know this reference. What's going on with Nickelodeon?
Oh, you didn't see that documentary about Nickelodeon and Quiet on the Set where I think his name was Dan.
Oh, is that whole like kids in like the industry growing up?
Yeah, and Dan Schneider, how he was like basically being a pedophile. Yeah.
Wait, the guy that helped out with like the Batman movies? No. Who's that guy?
No.
Okay, sorry, I'm thinking about a different writer. I thought it was Dan though. Maybe it's not Dan Snyder. All right. Well, yeah,
Schneider. I guess I got to say Schneider because it's Schneider, not Snyder. We don't want to have any miscommunications with like Zack Snyder or anything. He used to say the Batman. I think of David Ayer.
Oh, no.
Dylan Clark?
No.
Matt Reeves did the Batman.
No, I'm talking about the Christopher Nolan Batman. What is that?
It's
guy?
David Hoyer, isn't it?
Maybe that's it.
David as Goyer.
There you go. That's the guy. As
Goyer. Yeah. He doesn't want to be associated with Nickelodeon for sure.
My bad. Dan, David, very close.
Oh, he did Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Terminator, Dark Fate.
I don't like his work. So, but
no. Oh, it did the Crow City of Angels.
Makes sense. See, I hope he's not associated with this new Crow.
Oh my god. He did do Blade 2 and Trinity as a writer.
Right.
So
you get some hits. All right. Let's get into our main event, Ryan.
Hell yeah. Boom, boom, boom.
Reviews.
The meat and the potatoes an hour in. Oh, speaking of which, I have pork chops today. See, that's the thing with this podcast. You get a little insight on my daily routine.
On what you eat.
What I eat.
Surgeries, eating.
pro wrestling bits.
Losing remotes.
That one's a tricky one, bro, because I seriously had it on my left side and it's gone.
I don't know, man. Ryan, why don't you take it away? This is one that I've been wanting to watch. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Dude, watch it. It is just a good old stupid movie with John Cena.
Nice. And Zac Efron.
So Zac Efron and his buddies, here's the story: is they as kids
What's
they
the
were
title?
Oh, it's called Ricky Stanicky.
There you go.
Watch Ricky Stanicky. Yeah. Wow. Kids, mischievous, and they got in trouble, and they got themselves in a pretty big pickle when they were a kid. I won't tell you how they did it, but they found a hat on the street and they wrote Ricky Stanicky on there and got away with it. So forever in their life, they use this character Ricky Stanicky, this fake friend, to get themselves out of things, like if it was troublemaking or things that they didn't want to be in, or if they wanted to like get away or whatever. So takes place that they want to get away from the baby shower for one of the friends. So they set up this fake trip to go to Atlantic City, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go visit Ricky Stanicky because he has cancer." Make up this entire story. Well, their lie bit them in the ass, and the wife starts going into labor. She has a baby, and they come back, and they have to, when you lie. Peter, have you ever lied in your life?
No.
Okay. When you lie, it sucks because you have to continue to lie your way through your lie. But the thing you need to do is you just need to tell the truth. There's one friend who's like, just tell him the truth. And they're like, no, we can't do that. We can't, the good old like hangover story. Like, no, we can't tell him the truth of what's really going on. We got to continue to build up this lie. So
yeah, and then you got to remember all those lies, and it gets complicated, and that's where the laughs ensue, right?
Exactly. So in their time at Atlantic City, they met this weird like stripper slash actor slash musician, and all his songs were about dicks and semen, and he would do renditions of other songs, like popular songs, and just mix up the words with like "Come on You" or like something. I don't know. You just gotta watch the movie on the and that's the creative part of John Cena, is how he did those songs and performed them. And you could tell John Cena was like this desperate for work kind of guy. So, but he was like, he wanted friends, and they wanted nothing to do with him. So how they met up with him, they were at a bar, and he was kind of talking with them and like inviting himself into their parties and stuff. And they're like, no, dude, it's our weekend. Leave us alone, whatever. Well, when they get back, and there's a baby, they're like, where were you guys? How's Ricky, his cancer? And they're like, oh, well, and they're lying some more. And then the mother-in-laws kept on coming out, and they're like, well, we looked up Ricky Stanicky, and he doesn't exist, and there's no cancer, and there's no like he was supposed to be a philanthropist and whatnot. So their lie was starting to catch up, so they had to find someone to be Ricky Stanicky. Thus, them keeping the card, calling John Cena, and saying, hey, just for this weekend, you got to be Ricky Stanicky. Then he's like, oh, yeah, I'm an actor. So he shows up, and this is where this movie just kicks off. I mean, it's funny all the way across. It's a Fairly Brother movie, dude. Do you remember them?
Yeah. Both of them did this?
Just one of them. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Ricky Stanicky. I think it's Peter, yeah.
Yeah.
Peter Fairley. His daughter's in the movie, which is kind of funny too, because she is she's like one of the sisters with really long hair, and they make fun of her for having long stupid hair. But it's one of those like Fairly Brother jokes where like her hair gets stuck in something, and they have to cut it off or do something stupid. So lots of fart jokes, lots of dick jokes, lots of Fairly Brother jokes.
Yeah.
Overall, dude, it's one of those movies. It reminds me of Me, Myself, and Irene. And it's just one of those funny movies where you actually kind of get to like and love, appreciate the characters, and watch this shit go down, and you're like, somehow this is gonna make sense, but it doesn't. But it's just fun to watch it happen.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
overall has a good cast. I mean, Zac Efron. You have of course, John Cena. You have William H. Macy. You have Jeff Ross. Oh, Jeff Ross was hilarious in it. I won't even tell you his character. You just need to watch his character in this movie. Jermaine Flower, he was the black gay guy, and you have Andrew Santino. This movie came out of nowhere. Like, I saw maybe one ad for it, and then after that, I saw like a bunch of like posts from John Cena that he had an OnlyFans account. That was like their marketing for this.
Nice.
And then I think him at the Oscars going naked to present the award was supposed to be some sort of marketing for this. However, I don't think it translated to the actual marketing for this. It was just John Cena going out naked. And have you heard the theories behind that, by the way? That this is like his embarrassment time to level up to be the next big actor.
Did he have to get embarrassed first?
Yeah, they put like the Hollywood executives. Cat Williams went on this whole rant about like embarrassing actors and putting them in tutus and making them do things where they're naked, as like a rite of passage to become a bigger Hollywood star. And they're saying that John Cena did that at the Oscars for that reason.
No, I mean, I do not believe that for no. Dude, if you remember, like one of his first things when he was in Trainwreck, the guy was naked. Like he has no problem with it. Like that's just him.
Would you if you were John Cena?
Good point. Good point.
John Cena looks like an action figure.
Yeah, and that whole joke for the Oscars was just like he was supposed to go like streaking because that happened once at the Oscars. Apparently, someone got backstage and streaked across the stage.
I love how they set it up too. Jimmy Kimmel was like telling the story about it, and he's like, and we have a streaker. And good old John Cena was like, hey, I'm not doing it, dude. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. But then he came out and presented. It was good.
It was good. So
yeah,
dude, you gotta it's on Prime. And this is one of those movies to watch and have a laugh and watch it with the wife. I think she'll enjoy it. She'll get a kick every once in a while.
That was the plan, and you know, I like some of these. Why shouldn't I say probably a lot? Like these comedies are coming like straight to the streaming services. Like John Cena's in another one, Vacation Friends. There's actually a sequel to that which I had not watched, but Vacation Friends was actually pretty funny too. So,
and he was in that other one with Jackie Chan that was supposed to be funny.
I don't know if that was supposed to be funny, but that was an action movie, which I have not watched yet, but I need to because that's one that I think would. Man, dude, you know what? I want to get back into some like spoiling some movies, and maybe we should watch that movie and spoil the shit out of that.
That's a good one because like who's gonna watch it?
Exactly. Like the fact like it came out, I remember us talking about it, like holy shit, what? And then like I think it just popped out like on Netflix. It still might be there. So, but nice. So I'm glad that you recommend it. I've heard some mixed things about it. But you know what I'm concerned about is just if it makes you laugh, that's all I really care about. And if it seems like it did that, so I'm in.
Hell yeah. Watch it.
Nice.
I give it 2 thumbs up.
Nice.
There you go. 2, 1 sideways, 1 thumb up.
So I watched a movie.
What'd you watch, Peter? Good.
Dark.
That's what we do.
Yeah, I watched the movie. Yeah, but why I'm so like kind of hesitant on it is because I don't know if I liked it or not. I'm struggling a little bit. Like it's well made. And I watched Dark Harvest. We watched a trailer a bit ago, and then it just popped up. It's on Amazon Prime now. So I was like, oh, I kind of want to watch that because the whole premise is that like in this town, a small town, basically there's this slasher, like this kind of like monster thing that kind of has like a jack-o'-lantern on his face, and he's like taking out the kids. So I thought like, oh, this kind of looks like an interesting new monster slasher horror flick. And it's kind of that, but there's also a lot more. There's this whole mythology to it where this is it's oh man, it's such a weird thing. Like it's the whole premise is that this creature comes out every single Halloween, and the kids, I shouldn't say the kids, the males, like of high school senior males, all pretty much go out and try to kill this monster each Halloween night. And as long as they do this before midnight, basically that means that they're going to have good crops for the year and everything's going to be fruitful, right? It's one of those.
Okay. It sounds like one of those movies.
Yeah. Like I think, Midsummer, there's like that. There's a few other ones.
The Village.
I thought The Village was more keeping them in, wasn't it? But like The Wicker Man, right?
The Wicker Man. Yep.
Yeah. That's a perfect example. So
not the bees.
Yeah. So that's the whole idea. And that's how the movie kicks off right there, which is a group of kids. They go off, they get this, they kill the thing. And then part of the thing is like they once they kill them, like they got to rip them open and like it's filled with candy and they eat all the candy. It's weird. But I guess it kind of goes with the whole Halloween, holiday. So starts off with that, and then it just follows. The brother wins the match in the first one, and then it follows the younger brother through the rest of the movie, and it's just so weird. I don't know how else to describe it, but like they stay true to the whole premise. And then all you get to learn more and more about the holiday and maybe in who's behind it and the reasons why and just how deep it goes throughout this town. That's what you learn throughout the rest of this movie as another monster is there that they have to find and kill, and one of the things that I thought was just nuts is that what they do to these boys is they lock them up for 3 days before the monster is there, before Halloween, and basically then they just unlatch the doors and they go running out like maniacs because they don't have any water, they don't have any food, there's no bathrooms, right? They're just like they have this whole like little montage thing where these kids are just going nuts in their bedrooms, pissing in the corners, destroying everything, just saying like, I'm so hungry. And so the whole idea behind that was that they're going to be just maniacs when they get out there and they want to kill this monster thing, right? Like maybe like the fear is gone and that's what happens. But beyond that, it turns into the Purge as well. And they just go nuts, man. So that's what I'm saying. It's such a weird, like there's like kind of like all these little elements from like all these other like horror movies wrapped up into this one that's pretty low budget. And I don't know, like they put all these things in there and I just don't know if they really executed any of it like super well. I maybe that's poor phrasing. Like it is well made. It's just the story is just kind of out there, which I like though. And that's why I'm having a hard time with this. I finished it and I was just like, huh. Okay. I liked elements. I didn't, it was, well acted, it was shot well. I'd say decent pacing, but like this is one of those movies where I feel like I need someone else to watch it or I need to talk to someone and walk through this and see if if it's actually good or not, or did they just steal from all these other places and made this weird movie? Like, I need help with this. So Ryan, maybe if you're ever out there, you could take a look and tell me what you think. I need a second opinion on it. Because I definitely feel like it's worth a watch. Like I said, like it's made well enough to watch it. I don't think you're going to be bored. It was just like, I can't put my finger on it. Like, was it just missing something? I don't know.
Dark Harvest. Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah, Dark Harvest.
Find this movie.
Yeah, and these boys, they go nuts. Like, it does turn in straight to the purge. Where like some of those scenes, I'm like, oh shit! You got a couple of those moments where you're just like, that was unexpected. Wow.
See, when you put it that way, it's like one of those movies you gotta like watch it with someone or have someone watch it as well. And
maybe I don't know.
Talk about it. Get it off
Yeah,
your chest.
like I watched it. Like here, okay, maybe this is the issue. Is like because I thought it was going to be like a horror, like creature feature thing, or like a monster movie. I wouldn't say it's that per se. Like when I think of monster movie, right? This monster is going out and terrorizing people, right? Yeah. There's some monster kills and stuff like that, but it's not that. This is really more about the whole town is what I would say, and maybe that would change. Maybe that will help you when you watch this movie and you might enjoy it more. Where like, I think that was just the thing where like that's what I was expecting and I didn't get that. So I think that will help you. But it's on Prime. It was just made. I believe it just came out in 2023. So it's a newer movie. And it's set in it's a period piece too. It's set in 1962.
Really?
So yeah.
Well,
so like, all these elements, and they did a decent job, and it's definitely worth a watch.
What made you want to watch this movie? See, I'm trying to figure out the
because I saw the trailer. And the trailer got me. I only saw one trailer, but I felt like the trailer made it more like it's like a monster movie, and it's again, there's a monster, but it's not your typical monster movie. All right.
Does he do the monster mash?
Oh man, it would have been pretty cool if he did. No, sadly no. So, yeah. So it's good. I think a decent story, well made, and the guy that directed it, I would totally watch something that he's gonna, a future film from him, because it's like you can tell the quality, right? It's just I don't know if the story was quite there.
His name is
David Slade, which is awesome last name. Oh shit, he directed Hard Candy.
Oh shit, he directed Twilight.
Yeah, 30 Days of Nights though. And yeah, Twilight Saga the Eclipse. So that's interesting work that he has here. He's done some Black Mirror stuff. So interesting. All right. That's Dark Harvest. Check it out on Amazon Prime, and let's get into some recommendations.
Can't wait.
Yes. Oh God. Oh.
I'll have what she's having.
Yeah. Oh, Ryan, dude, I've been playing video games.
What? I was waiting for that.
I know. I can't believe it, but like, it's kind of funny. So we, as a family, we bought the Switch like years ago, probably when like the Switch was popular. I don't know how popular it is now, but like, I think we got that like in 2019.
Yeah.
And I hardly ever play it. It probably sits around most of the time we don't play it, but kids are getting a little bit older, and so they've been joining in, and we play some Mario and stuff. But one of the things that I wanted when we first got it, I was like, oh dude, I need this. And it was the Ghostbusters game that basically, I call like the third installment of the franchise.
As you should.
When did this come out?
For Switch or for like just a video game?
No, I think it came out like on PS3, I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was
Ghostbusters, the video game, 2009. So I got like the remastered one. I downloaded onto the Switch, and I've been playing that because I've been getting so pumped for the Frozen Empire, which by the time you hear this recording, we will have seen it, hopefully. In the next episode, we're gonna be talking about that.
I'm gonna spoil the shit out of it.
Oh man.
No, I'm not. I won't.
I can't wait. But dude, playing this is just got me like, dude, it's just so much fun busting ghosts, man. It's like the trailer with Paul Rudd, man.
Dude, busting makes me feel good.
Dude, absolutely. And I literally I picked it up. I was just kind of bored, and I just started playing it, and I have not been able to put it down. I was just like it's just so much fun, and the story is great, and you have all the original cast doing the voice acting. What a great game! So I cannot recommend that now and enough. And now I kind of want to play this other one. Like they made this newer one, the Spirits Unleashed, which I feel like I need to get. So maybe I will have to, because like I said before, busting makes me feel good.
I think that's going to be the theme of the summer is busting makes me feel good. I heard it again one place, and I was just laughing. It's the best line that has come out of movies. That movie's not even out. I can't wait to see your popcorn bucket. And I don't know if you have. I heard they're $40.
Dude, I've been seeing so much shit about this popcorn bucket, this trap, that it's at Regal, and then other people say it's at AMC, and then some.
They have two different ones. There's one at AMC and there's one at Regal.
Is there? Well, so
the Regal one, the Regal is the one to get because that's the one with like the lights and sounds. Apparently,
well, someone said that was the opposite. So I don't know what to believe. I might have to go everywhere and fucking just buy all the popcorn buckets that are traps.
Told you.
And then. But the other thing that worries me is like I see these people getting it now, which I'm like, do I have to go to a movie theater right now and just buy popcorn and that's it? Like, is there going to be any left by the time I get there?
Do you work tomorrow?
Yeah.
Dude, stop by the Regal Theater on your lunch break by your work and see if you could just get a popcorn bucket.
I might have to do that.
Because
I really thought about trying to stop by and just be like, "Hey, so what's going on?"
They're gonna be sold out by Friday, dude.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you. I went to we saw Dune, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll get those Dune glasses from Alamo Draft House," and it was like a Tuesday. They're like, "Those have been gone since like Friday." I was like, "What? Why do you guys promote them then, dick?"
They got posters everywhere. Just for them down when they're gone.
Yeah,
don't need this poster anymore.
Yeah, dude, it might be worth it just for your security that you just go get one beforehand. I think it'll drive you nuts if you don't have one.
Maybe.
And then you can go back to work and feel good busting in it.
Yep. Gonna bust in it. All right, Ryan, what's your recommendation?
So since I've had a lot of time, I tried to catch up I recommended watching X-Men the animated series, the original one. And my goal was to finish the series before the new one came out. I got close. I'm in season 5. And her season 5 is the hardest one to get through. Let me tell you this. X-Men animated series, there's a lot of filler episodes, bro. There are so many filler episodes where they randomly travel to the Savage Land, or they have these 2-parters going on. Like, it's kind of hard to follow through if you're an X-Men fan. But as a kid, it didn't matter because I was just watching X-Men. Like I said, I just enjoyed seeing Gambit and Wolverine on the screen at the same time. I didn't follow the plot. Watching it now, the other thing I've been doing is going for like hour-long walks, like on a treadmill, just to be active. So I watched 3 episodes at a time. That's about an hour. X-Men animated series does have some deep content. If you ever watched the Nightcrawler episode, they really push the God agenda on you. They push a mutant agenda, Nazi stuff like that. Like, listen, when people are like, "Oh, don't make it woke," X-Men has been woke for a long fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was founded on being woke. That being said, today, March 20th, 2024, Disney Plus has released the first 2 episodes of X-Men 97, and I've already watched them twice. They're fucking fantastic, and I think with X-Men 97, upcoming Spider-Man, and Marvel What If, Marvel Animation Studios, it might dethrone DC.
Huh.
X-Men 97 is so good, dude, in just 2 episodes. They've already started so many amazing plot lines like Jean Grey and Scott Summers. Rogue, Storm. When you find out what's going on in the first 2 episodes with Storm, oh my gosh, the trailer showed Magneto like taking over the X-Men. They showed, a little baby bump with Jean Grey. They showed X-Men shit.
Yeah.
This is cool.
And this
This
takes
is
place
cool.
like right after season 5, right?
Yeah, it takes place a couple months after, and they're dealing with the death of Charles Xavier.
Okay.
And let me tell you this, dude. Like,
is there a recap when you go to watch this?
Episode 2, you hear Cyclops go, "Previously on X-Men."
Oh, but there's not one like that kind of recaps all the important shit that you need to know from the first 5 seasons.
Nope.
Oh,
Yeah. See, we need that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this, dude. I think a lot of people were worried about the animation style. It wasn't going to be true to the 92 to 96 season series. I'm glad, because the more and more you got into those seasons, the animation got worse. This animation is actually really good. It's crisp, it's clear. And each character, they're defined as their own character. Like, they're not just like a cookie cutter, like 90s style copy and paste character that they throw in there. They're actually like really well animated characters. When he morphs, they show him actually truly morph into another X-Men, and it's such a fan service, and I'm glad we finally got it. I was so excited when we got the trailer. I was so excited when it was coming out, like literally less than a month and the trailer was released, and now it's here. And they gave you 2 episodes at the first time. Watch them both, and you're gonna want more. And next Wednesday can't come soon enough.
Nice.
Sorry. Yeah, X-Men, 100%. X-Men 97. Oh man. When you watch them, text me about them, please.
Okay. All right. I'm pretty excited to watch them. I've been trying to. I've watched some of the stuff, and it's kind of fun that the stuff that you don't like, that they're like did all these filler episodes. I kind of liked it because there's so many people in X-Men, right? Everyone gets their little thing, and they all go and do different stuff all throughout the same episode, and like. And I like that, like, you just got a couple episodes, like they did the Days of Futures Past, and then
that was good.
Yeah, and then they'd come back to it a little bit, and then they would do some other shit. Like, I like that personally. That like
I did for the first 3 seasons, but then when you got into the middle of like season 3, where you got a weird Mojo Jojo episode, and then they're in like Savage Land, they were just like looking for source material at that time, when they had some stories they could have really hashed out.
I see. Yeah, there was a lot where I was like, man, that kind of felt rushed, but oh well.
Yeah. So I think they're gonna do a really good service, letting these stories play out, and I'm glad it's back this way, because I was just thinking of a way they could bring the X-Men to the MCU. Since it's X-Men 97, we haven't seen the X-Men this entire time, and there's a blip, there's a multiverse, and like, okay, it's 2024. Maybe they transport X-Men, the 97 crew, into today's generation, make it live, and just continuing on from there. I mean, that'd be kind of cool.
We'll see, but I like it. I need to watch it, and I will. But it's time to say goodbye, Ryan.
Oh, we should have sad music sometimes for that.
We should.
Time to say goodbye, not this.
Sure to check us out on all our social media at B Movies Beyond. Like and subscribe, and we will catch you next time.
Peter and I are better on Instagram lately.
So good.
So good. There's stuff on there now. Like and follow. Go watch X-Men. 97.
We know about Dark
movie.
Harvest.
Yeah, I gotta watch that one too.
New trivia.
Yeah, trivia tomorrow.
Be sure to visit bmoviesbeyond.com.
I don't know if I'll make trivia tomorrow. I'll try.